Hi, it's Jessica DaMassa with GuideWell. We're here in the Health Innovation Lounge talking to another startup about some of the challenges that they're facing here in healthcare. So I am here with Matthew, who is the Director of R&D at Somadome. So first off, tell us a little bit about Somadome. What is this?
The Somadome is a personal meditation pod. It's a space that we hope will come to you that will allow you to access mindfulness and meditation and really different modes of thinking wherever you are, in your workplace, at your home, maybe at an airline terminal, places where stress management is important, but it's very difficult to do.
What kind of challenges are you having getting uptake in the marketplace with your product?
You know, there's a lot of brilliant people here, and I think a lot of us are facing the same challenge. And the challenge is, how do we help people understand the story of why this stuff is important? Meditation is a great example. I know how important meditation is, and I nearly never do it, except when I make a choice to go do something that takes all this time out of my day. There are so many people who view meditation in a certain way. What we need to do is help people understand why innovative healthcare technologies are important to them, and not just some toy for the rich. It's really something that those with the most vulnerability among us need the most. And so the biggest challenge is having large organizations, healthcare, government for that matter, tech companies, to understand that and speak to that and overcome that misunderstanding that this isn't just some playground where people who would develop Uber, but instead they developed a healthcare app. What they're doing and why we're doing it.
So really helping create awareness about the problem that you're trying to solve.
Yeah, people don't understand how important it is. How do I know who I am? How do I know what I think I know? Figuring out because the number of people who yelled at me this week, how do I know whether I'm doing well? How do I know whether I'm too stressed out? You know, you got fired. Well, you should have stopped stressed out 6 months ago. But how do you know that? There's no way to know that. And at Somadome, we think that mindfulness is an extremely important part of that, so that we can understand how to feel. Teaching people literally how to feel, we think, is something that there's no more important thing to do.
Excellent. So if there was one thing that you could do, if you could wave a magic wand and have a large healthcare company or a government agency, like you had said, help you create awareness, what would you hope they would do? What kinds of things would you love to see?
I would love for them to see stress management and mind-body awareness. It sounds silly, but stress management being a core component. Right now, I work in stroke and neurology and headaches. Cardiovascular blood thinner management, that's a really important thing that they say. But so too is, quote, stress. So what I want is post-hospitalization rehabilitation to include stress management for mindfulness behavior, cognitive behavioral therapy, caregiver management. We saw an incredible talk today where they said that the dementia index scores of the caregiver of a person who has dementia is lower than it should be for an age match control. So that should not be true.
Because of the stress.
Because of the stress. They're not sleeping, doing things. So when mom goes for chemotherapy treatment, she goes into the room for the infusion, sister, husband, whatever, they should be in a mindfulness meditation. They should be engaging in a cognitive process to understand what their needs are. How you doing?
Yeah.
Basic, how you doing? You know?
Yeah.
That's what we need. And what I want is for major organizations to start making it possible that I can even have that conversation without telling me I got to go be somewhere else and prescribe something else.
Gotcha.
I'm tired of that.
Well, hopefully that will change, Matthew.
Yeah.
Hopefully that will change. Everybody should meditate on that and think on it for a little bit. And hopefully reach out to startups like Matthew and Somadome to make some of these changes that let them integrate these different types of solutions into the delivery of care that's already existing. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was very insightful speaking with you.
Thanks so much. Take care.